Well, we're live. Maybe I got the schedule thing wrong. Technology in it, you know me. Bloody rubbish
It
with it.
says live there, doesn't it?
It does say live.
Still seeing that coming. Now it's live.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it bugger?
It is bugger.
Oh, it is bugger. All right. Let's have a look at this malarkey. Yeah, live. Let's have a gander, innit? It's all this technology stuff. Yeah, there we go. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do, so we don't cut off our heads. Let's raise this up a little bit. And we'll just spin that round and Jason a little bit. There, that's all right. We can see all of us. Maybe. There, happy days. Oh, we got 4. Hello.
6. That's yeah.
6. What the bloody hell?
Well, one of them's me.
One of them's me.
And one of them's me.
Yay!
Talk amongst yourself, everybody. I need what am I looking for? Comments. There we go. Hello, everybody. Evening, Matt. How are you?
All right.
So a bit weird being a Sunday, but we are. We were away. Well, I was away yesterday. Jason. Yeah, I was away. So we were out doing family stuff yesterday. Back today, so we managed to squeeze in a game.
Sorry, it's not.
Sorry, it's not. Please say it's book action tonight. No, it's not even Blood Angels.
No.
So we filmed a 2nd edition game. So we've actually filmed the game. We thought we'd do it around the other way, so we don't have a late night. So yeah, sorry, Greg. There will be some more boat action coming. Hope we caught the last game against Chris. That was rather a good scrap.
Enlightening as well.
In what way?
The rules, interactions.
Oh, apparently Chris was saying that I get that defensive strategy regardless.
What?
So the Italians, anything coming on from reserve can only advance, can't run.
Alright.
Anything that starts on the board is fine.
No Space Wolves. There was Dark Angels there.
Yeah. So anything coming on the board.
Chaos, you mean?
Well, yeah.
I'm not going to bite. I'm going to talk about boat action if you're going to be a bunch of dicks. So anything coming on from reserve against the Italians cannot run. They have to advance.
Okay.
Because I thought that was only when the Italians were in defence, but apparently now that's their trait.
All
That's
right.
their Italian trait at the moment.
At the moment. They're probably going to stay like that because the Americans hasn't changed.
That's something we got to look into. Because we've got to check the rapid fire rule. That looks like you only get your rapid fire rule when you do fire, not advance.
Okay.
For the British. So they might change for the Americans.
Alright,
Because then they'd be able to move and fire, wouldn't they? Because it's all about fire maneuver with them.
Yeah. Okay, we'll have to look at that.
Now there is rumour that the armies of Great Britain will just be Great Britain, and then they're bringing out another one for the Commonwealth, so which will cover the South Africans, the Sikhs,
Oh, I hope not.
the Canadians. Yeah, apparently that's a rumour. They have recently updated the minor nations rule. I'll have to check that out. Maybe mine are slightly out of date. I don't know. Not a rumour. It's been confirmed. Oh, really? Oh, right. Well, there you go then. So they are bringing out. So they're bringing out 2 books then. So one for Great Britain and one for the Commonwealth, which of course will mean they can flesh out the rules a bit more. But of course, it means more Mulan for the pocket.
Oh, it doesn't matter. As long as there are 8 armies in there.
Well, no, it will be. There'll be a British army. The Commonwealth will be all the other stuff like the Aussies, New Zealanders, Sikhs.
Yeah, but a lot
Gurkhas.
of them are in the 8th army though, around the desert.
I think as in like a standalone army. So
okay.
like what Christian gets is all Sikhs. That's like he said, seek and destroy.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty hilarious. The Commonwealth will be some point after the French Italians, I imagine. Yeah, I would have thought so.
What were the French?
The Free French Army, the one that's in the desert, were quite hard. I tell people said that with a straight face. No, you've got the French Foreign Legion. You know they're hard. You know
they're
they're
the convicts.
Yeah, mostly made up of non-French people.
Yeah.
But it's really weird. When I use my Italians, I don't care. I get really like, oh no, I don't want my Germans to die, but the Italians say, whatever. But it's the fact that Chris was like, oh, you got 6 tanks. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but you got 6 tanks. Don't worry about them. And I proved it.
Same again.
Didn't worry about it. Yeah, well, that's the only thing is an immobilized tank class is destroyed theoretically. Then,
Oh yeah.
if it is, then Chris won by default because all my force was destroyed. But that's only because the game ended. He didn't. No, the game ended, and I still had an immobilized tank. But I think
Even mate.
Hello, Danny.
No, we were actually in the
If he
kitchen.
destroyed it and wiped me out and the game hadn't finished, then yeah, he would have won because he would have wiped me out. Evening, not at the hall this evening. Yes, we're in the kitchen, mate.
Yeah. Apparently it's less echoey.
That's echoey. Probably didn't. I mean, we might need to shut them to keep the noise in, so it doesn't echo out through the hall.
Oh, true. Yeah.
I mean, one of us would have to get up to shut them.
That's better reach.
That is further away. He's got to squeeze. You're a very nasty man. You could have done that.
I never said I was nice.
No, see his army.
See his army, yeah. I didn't say.
I've never said I'm a nice person.
Not a nice army.
So, Danny, you're going to be happy with us, kind of. We're going to do a series of 40k games, a rite of passage, and we're going to do the Battle for Armageddon for the second ed book, which means we're going to do the Gretchen and stuff like that against your painted blood angels. So we're going to try and promote Cauldron of Paint, each battle, to hopefully give you some commission work. That's the plan, anyway. So the first one's got to be a squad of 5 Marines against 30 Gretchen with autocannons. Autocannons, that'd be great! Autoguns, mate. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Who am I using?
You'll have the blood angels.
Oh, can't have the Gretchen.
No,
Why not?
no,
Oh, yeah.
no. No. I will be using the Gretchen. You can use the Marines with a flamer. I need 6s to hit you and shoot in.
Why?
Because you'll be in cover. You're not 5 Marines. You'll be fine.
He doesn't want to use any other angels of death that might actually win a game.
No, I'll probably better with the Gretchen.
No, because you've got a Goblin army.
Yeah.
No. Your Terminators are coming up soon, Rich. Mate, they should have out of it. Ooh, nice.
Ooh, that'd be Space Hulk.
Yeah. Oh, Danny, did we give you a Dreadnought as well? I can't remember if we gave you a Dreadnought. I think we did give him a Dreadnought.
I can't remember.
I think I did. That's
So-
why we needed the
I did find a load more Space Hulk scenarios in the White Dwarfs as well.
Yeah, you did, yeah. He's got a Blood Angel Dreadnought as well. Cool.
What's the arm bit? Oh, it'll be
the Assault Cannon.
Yeah.
No, it's got the Assault Cannon. I like Assault Cannons.
Yeah.
And I always have done ever since the Dawn of War intro.
Oh,
When
yeah.
it just rakes it across the hill and you're like, oh, how cool is that? And then, of course, in second edition, Assault Cannons were like, ooh, in third edition,
Yeah.
3 shots. It's crap, wasn't it? Sounds like someone who's becoming a gobble lover. Yeah, well, I'm painting them as I speak. And see how I'm painting, I'm going to use them.
Okay.
You can use them after.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to win.
You don't know.
Probably not. I've got to kill.
5 Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, if you got my saves, I could probably do it in 2 turns. Yeah.
All my saves against Orbital Barrage.
Your Terminators are close combat mate, 90 closest stun damage. Yeah, but the Dreadnought's got an Assault Cannon, right? Oh, you know what I should have done now?
What?
Oh, when I get them, I'll have to strip them because I want them for Deathwing. You mentioned that.
No.
Cheers, Danny. Strip. Here's some. I'll do an eBay rescue. Here's someone got off eBay. They're quite well painted, but now I'm going to strip them. You actually kill me.
Yeah, so have I.
He killed me. Switch Kings of War army for battle. See how you use gobbles. I'm not going to dirty my hands with them.
You played High Elves and Dark Angels. How dirty,
Haven't played High Elves
how
yet.
dirty do you think you can get?
Haven't played High Elves yet.
You're handling them. That's dirty enough.
I'll wear gloves. Because I don't want to get my pretty little models dirty. You know the white gloves they wear when they inspect.
What, Michael Jackson one?
Yeah. Hi, Helms. And like Josh said, we got the kettle right here, so we got pop a brew. We got some biscuits as well. You brought these in, didn't you, son?
I did.
You want one? Do you want one of your biscuits?
I'm fine at the moment.
I'm going to have one in a minute because they're good for dunking. Chocolate digesters are the best though. Other biscuits are available.
Yeah, we keep saying that. We never get sponsored by them.
No, we don't, do we?
No.
I should just throw a laugh right off to them.
Yeah.
Do you realise we have these every time we do a live chat?
Yeah, we mention your name every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get done for copyright.
Okay, no, it's advertising.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. You should try it. See if you get them.
Oh, I will. Why not?
I might give you a voucher.
They might give us some freebies.
Yeah, packet of biscuits.
Or book us into a diabetic clinic. Bunch of fat bastards.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, so that's the. Oh, is that. Oh, yeah, sorry, can you. Oh, no, I hung a towel over there, didn't I? Oh, stay there, that's perfect. Simon, did you say you would like the ball boys doing amongst other stuff first off? Ooh, ball boys. Oh yeah,
Yes,
you got a big thumbs up there. Ball boys, eh? Ball boys to go with everything else
That's
that's
what
really
works.
fast.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Nah, don't worry about it. That's fine. Alright. Don't worry about it. We can see you. So, I suppose we should briefly mention Overwatch. I know I did a video on it, but while we're doing a little bit of a chat here, got any thoughts on it?
I thought it was really nice. I pretty really good. I mean, the guys have organised it really nicely. Really nice armies. Everybody was just really friendly. It was really nice. It was just a good, fun day.
Any highlights for you? Anything funny happened in one of your battles?
What, smoking everything?
Blinding everything.
Oh yeah, blinding. Yeah,
Blind.
Blinding me.
Blind.
Blimey.
So just in case you didn't see, hang on, cool, Vets, then Terminators, then the Ball Boys. Vets.
That'll be for Chaos Spectres, I think.
Ooh, you doing videos on these, Danny? Because I know you've managed to get a big commission out of the way. Yeah, so Jason had 3 land speeders and a load of bikes, all with blind grenades.
Only the bikes, not the land.
Yeah, but the land speeders did. But so Jason was just zooming around, wasn't you? And like
Yeah.
throwing blind everywhere.
Yeah. That's quite funny.
So you must have had some more memorable. I had loads.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was nice meeting Flesh Cloud. So you can see your face, see him.
Hang on, who's Flash?
Not Flesh Cloud.
Blood Angel Scout.
Blood Angel Scout. So you actually see the face, people's faces and that. That was a good go. I
Yeah,
mean,
but hang on. Blood Angel Scout came down to the first bunker assault. He fought Daniel with his Blood Angel.
yeah, no, did he?
Yeah, he brought
I
the
can't
Scout.
remember.
He brought, oddly enough, the Blood Angel Scout army down.
I'm getting confused. Well, I can't remember that far.
Old age.
Yeah.
Probably in it.
But it was nice. I mean, we had a good, it was nice.
Carer?
It was nice.
His carer?
No. It needs a template.
So yeah, you only got 2 games in though, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't mind that. It was quite nice to just wander around talking to people. Actually, it was just quite nice social. Right.
Yeah, it was nice to meet some new faces as well. That's good. And I managed to fight a guy called Andy Park.
I did destroy a building.
And we did lob a vortex at it.
Well, it wasn't my fault. It was at the commissar was on top of the building, and I had to kill the commissar. And the building's in the way.
Did you use the vortex every game?
Yeah. On turn 4 every time as well.
Just for the hell of it. So you weren't being ultra beardy with it, and
The last one, I thought, I've got nothing else to shoot at, so I might as well use it.
Yeah.
So I threw it and killed the commissar. I think I did the last one. The last time I went into it, right, I'll get it. I'll throw the the thing onto his chaplain. Well, you ain't going to make your invulnerable save with this because you ain't getting one.
Jesus.
And killed that one. That's how I killed both. That's how I killed his commander. The vortex.
I went.
And it disappeared next turn. Every game, fucking boom, disappears. I go, that's a bit crap, innit?
I done what I needed to do.
I wanted to go zipping around the place.
Yeah, but you think about it. If you drop it on tank, that tank's gone.
Yeah, but I still wanted to go zipping around the building, so it takes a bit more of the building out.
Actually, technically, the tank isn't gone. It's just automatically penetrated. If you roll
No, it's
ones
gone.
on the damage,
No, I think it's gone, isn't it? Vortex. It doesn't.
I thought it automatically penetrated.
I thought it just sucked everything off. Be like Yoda.
No, I'm going to be clean. I'm going to be clean tonight.
I'm pretty sure it's just
I'm going to drink. I'm going to drink my tea. I'm not, that was fed too well. I'm going to say something really nasty. Right. So me, I managed to get 3 games in.
Yep.
The third one kind of wiped me out. I was brain dead after
Literally,
that.
didn't
Almost, yeah. Freaking out, almost. So my first game was against Garth Andy, beautiful army. He's been down to Bunker Assault twice. Never got a chance to play him, so I made sure I collared him for the first game. We arranged it on the chat. Lovely painted army. What was really good is everything sort of went my way. That's all right, Rich. You can be mature. I'll answer that one for you. Thank you, mate. So we had a new looted Lehman Russ battle tank, and I literally penetrated with every roll of my venom cannon and blew it up.
you? You did say you were going to just target that because it was new.
It was new, yeah.
New model syndrome.
New middle
Yeah.
So it suffered that. His Gretchen screen was delayed, and one of them disappeared as well. His Snotlings had Jones acted strangely, but they all died through the bloody shock attack gun, so that was fine. Yeah, it just went my way. It just he had taken hold as well, which he was never going to do, and I'd engage and destroy. So that was fine. My second game was really hard, and that was against a Terminator-led force of Ultramarines with a Dreadnought with 2 assault cannons. So I sacrificed my Lictor, charged the Dreadnought, didn't take it out. In fact, the Dreadnought hit me, and then the Terminators charged in. Didn't do the Terminators first, done the Dreadnought, the Lictor won, and ripped both assault cannons off, which was an absolute godsend. And then, because the Terminators charged my Lictor, they set off their own booby traps with the Lictor had already taken, and the only Terminator to die was the one with the assault cannons. What was scary though, is I put my Carnifexes right in the front to take the brunt of the shooting. Because he sustained fire, he went 2 hits on the Carnifex and snaked beyond the Warriors because they were too close. Because you can spread your hits.
Anything you can see.
Yeah, you can see the Warriors beyond the Carnifex.
I've looked into that.
And I was like, yeah.
Got to be in the same squad.
No.
Yeah.
No, you can target other units within 4 inches of the initial target.
I think it says only in the same unit.
But you cannot spread your shots into something that would be harder to hit. So he hit me and snaked back into the Warriors. I was like, oh! So next time I'll make sure they're 5 inches apart so you can't do it. So all the shots have to go to the Carnifex. But I was like, ah, crap! So I lost a couple of Warriors that way.
Okay.
And then he started casting Vortex with his 4th level Librarian. I couldn't nullify a damn thing.
I was just smoking tanks.
And then he goes like that. Oh, the way she threw the 3 force cards down, I'm going to cast Vortex. I was like, you've got to have dynamic attack. There's no way you're going to throw 3 force cards down, cockshore, and bloody cast Vortex. So I called the bluff, ultimate force. Oh, look, dynamic attack. Brilliant. Lost my Xanthrope. But still, the power went through and didn't kill the Terminator. I was like, go. And the Vortex hit my Lictor, and the Lictor went, I never none of that, and jumped out of the way. I was like, holy crap. Of course, it travels 12 inches. It's better than a Vortex grenade.
Alright.
And then it bloody, thankfully, disappeared. Most of them stayed there with 3 times. Managed to cast Vortex, didn't nullify it once. Couldn't suppress the Psychics with Psychic Scream.
You know what you need there.
Absolutely terrible. Good game, though.
You know what you need there.
I lost, by the way.
Wine grenades.
Well, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And then my last one, I got all but shot off the board by an all carbon.
The spherical wine grenades you won't be able to cast off then.
Don't have them though, do I?
Nah. I did.
I know you did, but you weren't in front of me with your bikes.
Nope. Actually, I never went against any psychers either.
You're kidding?
Nope. Neither guys had psychers.
Wow. I'm surprised how many people didn't take psychers. I mean, when someone did, it was a bloody 4th level. Oh yeah, so then my last game was again, he had a weird boy, not a warped, a weird boy, toughness 4, psychic scream. Oh no, what, on 2d6? Yeah, you got to roll under your toughness to survive. Oh, rolled a 4, equal to or under. So I psychic screamed in the next turn. Rolled a 3. And then my psyker, my hive tyrant took 2 last cannons in the face and suffered 20 wounds. Unbelievable. Took psychic scream from my tyrant. Met 1 psychic in 3 games. Well, at least you... Honestly, I couldn't believe people were just passing their psychic scream test all the time. And then the librarian one had strength of mind, so of course it would only go through on a 5 or 6 anyway. Very, very frustrating.
No, I smoked a couple of tanks. Or blinded a couple of tanks.
Yeah.
That helped a bit.
Yeah, I bet.
And I've blinded the squads as well, so they couldn't really do nothing.
What would you have done different with your army? Now you know how it performs. Arrogantly, he's going to say nothing.
Put the vortex grenade.
No, he had 50 points of war game. What was he going to spend it on?
I was going to give him actually a weapon or something, but I didn't. He had no weapons apart from a bolt pistol.
It's alright.
That's all he needed, really.
Could you have done something to your land speeders?
No, at all. I've forgotten what I gave him. No, they didn't need him.
So you went for an easy army then?
Yeah, it was fairly easy. Yeah.
So the only thing you could have done with the war gear then was Vortex, because you had 1 character.
Yeah, I could have given him a vulnerable save or something. And I was going to give him a combi weapon, so he's got a flamer.
Or you could have given the problem with the displacer, it would take you off the bike if you
No,
it.
conversion field.
Yeah.
Give him a conversion field, a combi weapon. And then he can go and basically flame instead of using his bolt pistol with bolters.
Oh yeah, or you could have given him a melter gun.
No, I didn't need a melter gun. Melter gun's not that good.
Actually, melter gun isn't a war gear, is it?
No. You can give him a combi melter,
No.
but I was going to give him a combi flamer, so then he can boot up and flame something.
I think you still have the best idea. Just Vortex.
It was more fun.
If you're going to go that bad, you might as well go bad.
It wasn't that bad, to be honest. I got them with 3 land speeders. They were
nasty.
Yeah, they were actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have absolutely toasted my army.
I mean, I got first turn, and I popped up, took out 3 support weapons. Came back down. Next turn, he put all 3 on Overwatch. I thought, do I don't? Okay, I'm going to do the first one. So I popped up the first one. He missed. So he needed a 4 to hit.
Yeah.
So I took that one out. I thought, I can afford to lose one. I'll do it the next one. Popped up the next one. Shot it with his other support weapon. Missed. So I destroyed that one. The next one, his last one, I thought, fuck, I ain't that brave. So I didn't bother. I thought, no, you missed with 2. You're going to hit with this one.
With the third
so
one,
I just didn't bother with
Was that Barbarian army with all the tarantulas?
No, this was guard.
Oh yeah, that was it. That was with the Chancellor.
Yeah, the guard one with
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
tarantulas.
saying. Yeah.
Guard used to greens, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was guard. Yeah, it was guard. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't that brave.
Why didn't Rich take his Wraith Guard list? That's not bearding in the slightest. No, I thought I'd go for a quick army. I only had 15 models. Dan. How many did I have? 15 models, that's all I took. But honestly, once those carnifexes disappeared, the whole army just caved in on itself.
I had 16.
Yeah, but your army was definitely harder than mine.
It shouldn't have been.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
I
Every
had
assault
16.
cannon's D10 wounds.
I only had 16 models. That's quite easy to play off with. I didn't do much.
Against your army, I think I would have had to put my warriors in front just to take the hits so the carnifex just spit at your land speeders.
Yeah, probably.
That's the only way I would have done it. But you would have taken my land speeders up the first time, me warriors out the first round, blinded everything, and then popped up later on and took out the big stuff.
Yeah.
It would have been an ugly game.
But no, it was. I mean, it was a good weekend.
Yeah, it generally was.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, Paul, if you're watching.
Yeah, well done, mate.
And the help you had.
Because we went and stayed at the Premier Inn, didn't we? That was quite nice.
Yes.
Had a pint, some food, breakfast, walk along the pier.
Gaily holding hands and skipping. Oh, you two a couple, are you? No, there was no hand holding or any skipping.
I wouldn't let him.
Someone sulked for a little bit. Yeah, but we walked. We ended up walking about 5 miles that evening because we walked down and said, "Oh, go and walk on the pier." Walked all the way to the end of the pier, come back, walked as far until we hit a wall, and then come back and walk the other way. My friend just sent me a picture he's got for his first Mega Army box, so I'll be able to play my first ever Kings of War game soon.
Ooh, nice one. Yeah, what's he got though? What Mega Army?
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Take on his goggles. He's been banging goggles quite a lot.
Yeah.
You don't care about your goggles.
What do you mean don't care? Of course I care about my gobbo.
No, what I mean is...
Every gobbo counts.
No, it doesn't. He went for undead.
Oh! Whoa.
That Mega Army's not enough. He needs at least 2 or 3.
Yeah. Every gobbo counts, my mate.
Yeah, but you don't care when they die because you're like, yeah, I got more.
There is that.
I mean, it is a whole army.
Yeah. Oh, you killed a unit. Oh.
No, no.
That's
Oh, no,
like
you're
it
tying
with
that
this
unit up with something more expensive than the unit you're tying out. Oh.
Yeah, still like that.
Oh.
How much that unit cost? 250. Okay.
How much did yours cost? 140.
What's the devil game? Nothing.
Against my army, held differently 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. Defo, yeah. He, I think against the goblins, you got to match swarm for swarm. You just. Well, right, so I've got a plan for next time I go against your goblins.
Right.
It's not going to work, but it's going to make me feel better because I cannot match you horde for horde.
Yeah, you can.
I can, but I'm not going to. In fact, I probably would win.
You would, yeah. Horde for horde, you would win with your skellies.
Oh.
Because I can be wavered, you can't.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you whinged about.
It wasn't a win, it was an observation.
Yeah, it was a whinge.
Okay. It was a win.
Because I don't. The only hard things I've got are my mincers.
Yeah. They are hard. They need to be flanked.
Yeah.
I need a dragon.
Goblins can't have them. They can't get dragons.
Yeah, they got the wingets, didn't they? Got the wingets, bloody things. And you got Tony Stark or got Bag himself flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Has anyone looked at getting the champions? No.
No, but apparently it's had good reports back. There's been a lot of good reports.
Doesn't surprise me. It's Mantic.
Yeah, but they say it's not Kings of War. It's basically where Kings of War the characters are a little bit of a support. Where champions it's the champions are the actual and the units of the support.
Sorry about the noise. Kettle's on.
But the models are really nice.
You want a coffee?
There you go, mate. Yeah. I mean,
I'm going to move that.
I thought about getting it just for the models, to be honest.
Yeah. Just have some champions.
Because they do got trouble unless they got the rules out for them. Oh, let me just reach out. That's alright. But yeah, I mean some of the models do look nice for the champions. The Norman Alliance, he's actually nice. The dwarf.
We're going to have to do a... Oh, really? Oh, he's a dwarf champion?
Yeah, for the Norman Alliance. He's basically got a clockwork bird.
Brilliant.
Mate, he looks a really nice model. Actually, all the champions actually look nice.
Well, they will be, won't they?
Yeah. But what I like they've done is, if you buy the box, and they were saying this, I watched the starter box, you've got everything in it. In the 2-player starter box, you've got everything in it. But if you buy just the champion box, where you just got your race, it's got everything in there what you need for your race. The models, the cards, whatever it is for it, it's all in there. But apparently there's something else in there. And if you get all the champion boxes, they all connect together like a jigsaw puzzle. It basically tells you what's going to happen later on. Well, it tells you something later for future on.
All right, well that's just a money making scheme. Matt says Trident one looks out of place for the rest of the army.
Yeah, it does a bit, but the model looks nice. It looks like a skink or what they've from? No.
Salamander?
Yeah, it looks like a newt or something like that.
Are you
But the model looks really nice. That's it, acrolog, whatever. Underwater lizard.
Axolotl.
Yeah, underwater lizard. But yeah, the models look really nice. I've got to admit. So I can't wait to see what else they bring out. But there's so many games out now.
Are we doing Kings of War next week?
Yeah.
We are, aren't we?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Kings of War.
No, what? Well, I'm obviously taking Undead.
I'll take the copies. Or less you like.
Oh yeah, no, take the goggles, and I'll take the Undead, and we'll show Matt and his mate how to do it. We'll show your mate what not to take.
Which so? Goblins or undead?
Undead.
Alright.
So you can learn from my mistakes. That's the sort of stuff we do for the channel.
We get it wrong so you don't have to.
Yeah.
But no, the models look nice, but there's Andy Chambers and Gaz Fort have got a new game.
Gaz Fort?
Yeah, got a new game coming out. Apparently it's taking 3 years to write.
Yeah, but he's been working with Jarvis on the trench warfare thing, hasn't he?
Yeah, but this one apparently been over 3 years they've been working on it.
Really?
It wasn't meant to, it was meant to be 3 months, but it's taken 3 years. And apparently it's supposed to be, it's a sci-fi one, but it's a skirmish one. But the way they're saying it's what they think, it's a sci-fi version of whatever Games Workshop skirmish fantasy one.
Mordheim.
No, not Mordheim.
Or Warcraft?
Warcraft, yeah.
Yeah, Warcraft, sorry.
Yeah, it's what they said, what it should have been like, but this is how good everybody's been ranting about it, saying how nice it is.
And it's a sci-fi one?
Yeah. They've got a new game and they've been quite a few interviews for it and been talking about it, but yeah, you can download the test rules,
right? But
then it's I don't know when it's coming out, but they've got one coming out soon. And but apparently it's supposed to be really nice, really good, clean game. But I can't afford another game.
But then it's like Andy said, he would never go back to your go my go.
No, I think
everything he's done now is turn activation, unit activation.
Yeah, but it's only a small model count by the sound of it.
Yeah, but that's going to be the start of something. Well, he done 2000 AD, didn't he? They done it's 2000 AD skirmish game, and then they also done one of a character Slav or slave or whatever he's called, some sort of like Conan-esque type thing from the comics as well. You and Gav, they've worked together quite a lot actually. I don't know anything about the challenge, but I'm assuming you can bring a champion to Kings of War Battle. I would assume you can and just class it as a hero as long as it's on the right base size.
Yeah. Well, they're bound to put in rules later for the champions to go into Kings of War.
Well, you just use the models, don't you?
Well, yeah, they're bound to bring out those.
Oh, you see, actually bring
they're bound to.
for it.
I mean, why wouldn't they?
And maybe a formation that goes with them as well.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
They're bound to. It makes just.
There you go, sir. What do you want it?
No, just that
because everybody likes to have use those models into the units you can keep in Kings of War anyway.
Yeah,
it's just the champions, but the champions do look nice.
Right, I'll tell you what made me laugh is because Josh, belated happy birthday, mate, when you're watching this. I know I sent it to you on the day. Hello, Leslie.
There is it.
Boat Action 3 tonight. No, we've just finished filming 40k second ed. We're doing it in reverse today because it's Sunday. So, yeah, Josh has got the Baron's War and his missus managed to get it to Japan for his birthday as an early release. I don't know how she did it, pulled some strings, so he got it on his... But he was chomping up the bit on Johnny Watson's painting thing. He likes to work with metal because it's single models, but of course... It's all sort of War Games Atlantic stuff. So you got the torso, then you got the arms on, pop the head on and stuff like that. He was chomping up the bit, man.
Yeah, but Warlock Games, their stuff's quite nice anyway.
Yeah, I've gone full reverse. I've done a 180 on them. I was moaning like hell about the sprues. But once you work out what goes on what,
fits together really nicely.
Yeah, they're really nice. My Italians, I think, look great. What was really funny, I think, and this is a bit, it's not big-headed, but I got tagged in a post, or someone mentioned me in the post, so of course I went and looked on it. I thought, oh, that's a nice Italian army. Oh, it's mine. I didn't even recognise it. I was like, oh, they look really cool. And I looked at the post and it said, what colours did you use? How would I know what? Oh, they're mine. I was quite chuffed. Because obviously, you know, I don't rate my painting, but I was really chuffed with them. So that was cool.
Yeah, because you want to do a Baron's War, didn't you? Or
I don't want to do a Baron's War. I just want to do a medieval themed Kings of War army.
I thought you wanted to get Chris to teach you how to play Baron's War.
No, we might one day might do it, but I like the models of that period, all the mail. I mean, people call it chainmail, all the mail and the circles and that. And yeah, so that's what I plan to do, and I'll do block colours, so all sort of knights will have the same block because they'll be in the unit.
Yeah.
And then I'll do different colours, or I might mix and match it. I don't know, but I plan, but I don't know which human force to do, even though I'm going to use the models. Because there's certain, if you got the archers in certain ones, like the Brotherhood of Mark or something, they've got phalanx, which means they have stakes in the front, which is ideal. But I don't know. I'm really confused about whether to just go boring kingdoms of men, or do one of the more specialist armies. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because and that's what's making me kind of go that way, because I've got an evil army, I'll have a good army, only in race, not good as in good on the table, and I'll have a neutral army, so I'll have, although then again, I only got to put Jarvis in with the undead and it's good.
Yeah, it's true, yeah. Yeah.
So Kingdom of Mine might give me more options. But the other thing with the Kingdoms of Men, because the Victrix models and some of the War Games Atlantic models for the old ancient, the Victrix stuff for ancients, it's phenomenal.
And there's Perry's, they've got loads as well. There's loads of them now.
And you think you get the ancients, and then you use them as Kingdoms of Men, you can have the mammoths, but you have them as war elephants. Looks freaking amazing. Greek hoplites as your phalanx with the spears.
Yeah.
You got the Roman centurions as your men at arms, or your elite guards. And it would just look awesome marching across the table. And you get the decals for the shields. Well.
Yeah, but apparently Mantics did do ancients, but Kings of War Ancients.
Did they?
Yeah, I've seen it on YouTube. It was quite a long time ago now. Years ago.
Games Workshop did as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
They did an Ancients game.
Yeah.
Which bombed.
Yeah, because they never supported it in the shops.
Never do they?
They just did the books, that was it.
Like a War Master.
Yeah.
Although I never got to play that.
Oh, well, models were nice.
What are you playing at Exeter this year? Nothing. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to make it.
Next weekend.
Next weekend. You're flying past.
I'm stopping there for a good couple of hours.
Yeah.
Until I get moaned at.
Yeah. You get a phone call from the car because you'll be like, I'll start overheating the car. I know you left the window down, but.
That'll be an hour, wouldn't it?
Huh?
That'll be an hour.
Nope, because I turned my phone off.
Yeah. If you're moving, she'll come storming in.
Yeah, the cost of the game.
Well, I'm gonna open these because
I'm going to go, you can just sit in the car, you're coming with me. If she comes in with me, it means I won't spend much money.
That's true.
So, or that also means if I see something I want it, actually she won't care. She just goes, it's your money, you spend what you want. I go, fine, it's the rent. Kids' inheritance, bye.
When are you having your Midlands trip?
Midlands?
Not the Midlands?
No, we were thinking about going to
what? To the open day? Or Jam?
Open day? Which one?
Like War Games.
Well, we were thinking about what we get the most out of it would be either the Expo or Warlord's Open Day.
Warlord?
We think we get more out of Warlord, but that's not until next year, is it? They had it this year, haven't they? Oh, I don't think they have.
Titles have to create with the powers that be.
But that's what we're thinking about.
I've got to focus on the elections and something else now, though.
But that's where we want to go. We want to go to the Warlord, don't we?
Yeah, because then we can pop over to Mantic as well.
Yeah. And spend more money. No, we're not going to spend money, just definitely.
Just go for it. And come back with 2 new armies.
No. 3.
But that's the thing we could do,
What?
is when we've got enough in the way of funds, we decide we get an army for the channel and we both paint it. So we get like a mega box, a starter box, and that of that army, and we just paint it, and that's the army for the channel.
Oh yeah.
So instead of me getting an army and you getting an army, we can just work together on an army.
You know what
And
happened?
we're painted 90-10.
Yeah, but you know what happened?
Yeah. I was going to put that in.
I'll do the characters, you do the rest of it.
I'm still painting for you.
You probably would. What a bitch.
But then we'd argue what colour scheme.
That's true. Yeah, it's a stupid idea.
Because you paint all the characters in. You say it's a night one, you go like black and red or something. And I go, yeah, right, Rich, and I'll go home and I'll paint them blue and green.
Well,
you deliberately paint them bubblegum pink.
Yeah.
My Little Ponies to cover it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Magic is heresy. Yeah, no, alright, it was a bad idea. But then you've always said we could both do like the same army, hypothetically Kingdoms of Men, and it would be completely different.
Yeah, it would be completely different. I would you'd probably go down one route and I'd probably go down a completely different route.
Yeah. Hey Danny, you still there?
But that's what
I bet he's cooking tea now.
That's what we're thinking of, isn't it? It would be either Warlord, I think we'd probably end up going to.
Warlord would be better for us.
Mm.
Wear our t-shirts, get freebies.
Mm.
We'll get barred. You two ain't coming in. You're idiots. Oh.
You said that, you say that. When I went to the, what was the show that's on the coast I went to?
Bournemouth.
I went up to the Warlord stand.
Yeah.
Bought a tank.
Mm.
And he goes, I recognise you, you've got a channel. I went, yep.
No way.
Yep. Guy sitting on the stand recognised us.
Cool.
I didn't even have a t-shirt saying it.
Oh yeah. Didn't ask for extras.
No.
Didn't go, look, well, I can promote you.
I don't think they need to put promotion, do you?
No.
No. But yeah, he recognised us. He was talking, he said, how did you like third? And I went, yeah, really well. Actually, we thought it was going to be a bit slow, but because of the thing, but it hadn't turned out at all like that. It's been quite quick.
What's quick?
So actually, we thought it might be slower.
Oh, that's the third edition, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's much better.
Mm. But yeah, it was a little talk, man.
The frustration of being point blank and needing 6s followed by 6s was just unbelievable. But then, how many times now have we shot units off the board just by putting pins on them?
Yeah.
I mean, that never happened in second because you just couldn't get the shots in.
No. But yeah, I think we have to go up to that one at some point.
Yes. Salute's meant to be a good one as well, but that's in London.
Yeah.
That would be like an early train trip.
That'd be a figure.
Yeah, you wouldn't stay up in London.
You wouldn't even get a train either, would you?
Yeah, you would. I wouldn't.
Train ticket.
Yeah.
To London.
Stop at Slough or Watford getting Victoria line in.
Yeah. Piece of cake. Well, you think about it. All right. Say you don't want to do a train and you drive up. Or you go on the megabus for £1.
Yeah.
Drive up. You then got to drive back, or you got to stay in a hotel. If you've got to walk in the train, you get to the train station early. You get in there. You get your head down or crack a beer. Take it up there. Go to the event. Stagger back. Fall asleep on the train coming back. Wake up in Pantaz.
Almost done that once.
Yeah. Put a song on, says Wake in Plymouth.
No, I went to Birmingham, went to a concert, and I think we only had tickets to Plymouth. We couldn't afford one to get to Discard, so we just tended to be asleep from Plymouth to Discard. That was when I was a lot younger.
But yeah, so that's an option.
Yeah, could do. But I would probably
You could do the sleeper. Yeah, that's cheap. For Mrs. and her friend on the sleeper up in London.
Yeah.
So you get it about midnight, go to sleep, get to London for about 6. They do your breakfast, which is like a croissant and a bloody carton of orange juice. Not a man's breakfast.
Not a child breakfast.
It's not even that, is it? You see how our kids eat. Bloody hell, it's like a plague of locusts. And then take a tube over to the Salute. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Forgot the Friday night. Have a snooze.
Why don't you do the Expo one instead? That's big. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's got everything. Salute's more
gamers and more battle, I think.
Yeah. Shame I live all the way up here. Train one costs a fortune to Plymouth. Where's up here? I can't remember, Matt.
Yeah, train ain't freaking cheap because Sam was looking to go to London from Plymouth and it was freaking stupid price.
Go to Exeter and go along the coastline. It's cheaper.
No, she's going to
Oh, Newcastle, yeah, fair one, Matt.
Yeah, she was thinking about going to London to Plymouth to Peterborough, or she said go to London and anything, but
This is how much it costs on the sleeper.
yeah,
If that's cheaper.
that'll be next year now, though, isn't it? It's done. It's been gone.
Oh yeah, it's been going.
Yeah. But now the Expo is supposed to be is really big.
Yeah, but Expo's got everything in it.
Yeah.
Like, everything.
Mm.
And that's only up in Birmingham. That's a 3-hour drive, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just past Tewkesbury.
Yeah, stay at Premier.
Tewkesbury's a lazy 3-hour drive.
And get back again.
Where's one-page rule content?
We haven't played it for a long
It's
time.
been so updated.
We're out of date.
Yeah, so we can't fit it in at the moment. And to be perfectly honest with you, at the moment, from my point of view, there's no urge to play it. Because we're getting on with everything else at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm not writing it off, but I'm excited by what we're playing at the moment. I keep getting notifications as emails saying one-page rules has done this, one-page rules has updated this, new rules for that. And it keeps putting me off now because it feels like it's gone the way of 40k, where it's constantly updated.
The only reason I probably would want to play it is to dig out some of the models.
Yeah.
That I don't use for a while. That's probably the
I'm not saying never again, but it's just sort of not fitting into our program of things at the moment.
Yeah.
Because we are enjoying what we're doing.
Yeah.
Our core is, I would say our core is, well, our first game was bolt action, wasn't it? We were doing bolt action of 40k 8th edition.
Oh yeah.
But our bread and butter for a while was bolt action, so that had some of the highest hits we've had.
Yeah, because I want to do a third, because I want to do
Maybe we've got to do that.
Yeah, but I also want to do a third and to dig out my Nurgle army.
The third?
Yeah, my Death Guard army. My third edition Death Guard army. Not my 8th or 7th edition Death Guard army.
So I'm not saying we won't play one-page rules again, but it's kind of falling behind a little bit. Sorry. How did you stumble across Kings of War? Oh,
we were looking for a fantasy game to play. So we were both actually going for it on YouTube because we was looking at stuff on YouTube for fantasy armies games because we both decided, we've got loads of sci-fi, so we need something different.
We need a fantasy. We almost went down the 4th edition fantasy battle route. I even bought the box set.
Yeah, so yeah, I did as well.
And the Battle Magic.
Yeah, I got the Battle Magic. Saw a couple of games we played. There was that. There was Conquest, I think.
Yeah.
There was Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
We looked at, and in the end we thought, we watched a couple of videos, people playing the Kings of War.
Didn't we watch a couple of guys playing down at Plymouth Wargaming Association? We went to the hall.
Yeah, we watched we saw the videos. You went, and then you said, they're playing it down there. So we went down there and watched them play. They get a couple of games, and that was pretty quick. And
It was quick, wasn't it?
And they said, you can use any models you like. You don't have to be thing. But we thought, Then we looked at the price of the model and went, crap, this is cheap. And we did play the game, went to the convention in Plymouth for our first proper game.
That's when we released it.
And that's when we released it. And then we didn't know at the time there was a tournament on next door of it. And some of the guys from the tournament kept coming over and pointing out what we were doing wrong and showing us how to play the game properly. And then we decided to play it in the tournament the following year.
Yeah, so basically, and what Jay said, we were looking for a fantasy game, and we almost went down, because in our head, it was all Games Workshop or nothing sort of thing. And when we saw this Kings of War game being played, and then we, like I say, looked on YouTube videos, and then when we actually sort of released it at a gaming convention, because we had a stand, we were like, ah, bloody hell. And then Jason went, well, next year I might take part in the tournament. And we're like, tournament? What a friend! Well, the most people I fought. What a friendly bunch of people!
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it.
Really friendly, really open. You know, they were almost teaching how to. Well, they were teaching us how to play the game while we were playing the tournament.
And then we decided what armies. Like almost went down Empire of Dust. I thought, no, I'll go the Gothic horror route and have vampires and werewolves, and I love skeletons. If I'd have fought a fancy battle army, it would have been either wood elves or skeletons. I love skeletons, and I think that stems from Jason the Argonaut, stuff like that.
Well, I just saw the Norman Alliance stuff. I went, oh, I like those models. They look really nice. And
They
I went,
are
yeah,
really nice.
I'll do those. So I just picked that up and went, yay.
So we had our own sort of fire and ice, didn't we?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I was the White Walkers, you were the...
Yeah, and then it was just basically, don't even look at the rules. I just looked at and went, oh, I like those models, I love those.
Yeah.
And that's how I basically picked them, like the goblins. Went, oh, I like goblins. And I actually have a Fantasy Games Workshop 3rd edition or 4th edition Goblin army, all lead in a box, not even painted. With spider riders, wolf riders, chariots, and all the freaking lot. I'm never going to get around to painting it. I might do, but
He will.
but when I went for goblins, I just enjoyed playing the goblins so much.
So my elves are basically the 4th edition elves, monopose elves. So I'm not worried about them. But I just love undead. I could keep building onto my undead, but from a channel point of view, it's no good because you want to see more than just undead on the channel. Inspired by Harryhausen. Yeah, I love all those old films, Clash of the Titans, all the Sinbad ones. My favourite is Sinbad Eye of the Tiger. Jason the Argonauts, Clash of the Titans. They're just great. Great movies with that stop animation stuff. And what did I watch the other day? Oh yeah, really bad. This isn't Harryhausen. It was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap! When the giant squid attacks, it's just these big rubber arms going around everywhere. It's bloody awful. And the one I want to watch, when I can't get hold of it, is Warlords of Atlantis and Journey to the Centre of the Earth.
Warlords of Atlantis.
Oh, and The Land That Time Forgot. I'm watching that at the moment. On
Oh, is that the Atlantis when they find that big statue underwater?
Warlords of Atlantis.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
go underground and there's the Warlords of Atlantis
Yeah.
and these big great things walk along and climb up the wall.
Yeah.
So bad but so good. Corny as
Yeah.
hell. Love them. Absolutely love those films.
But I think I like about Kings of War is that the Mantic's fantasy models are cheap. I mean,
You get a lot of model for your buck.
yeah, and they're good quality. I mean, what I like about the goblins is they're not overly detailed, but they're detailed enough for what you need.
Well, what made me laugh is I have fought you tooth and nail, bone and everything with my undead, and then you one day went look, oh, these look really good. They're really well. There's a lot of detail. Oh my god, Jack, that's what. Have you been using these all the time? Yes, I have. Freaking cheeky.
Oh my god!
all those battles we fought. That's what I'm using. You're like, oh, these look really good. It's not what you've had before, is it? Yes, they're all the same. Yeah, skeletons are great. The skeletons models are great.
Yeah, I mean the goblins. I mean, not be funny. Was it a box? When you go to Wayland Games, you get a box with
20% off, didn't you?
24, 25 quid. It's got either 2 chariots or 2 mincers made up in there. You got over either way, and 40 goblins.
But now they've done away with the minimum model count.
Oh yeah, those 40 goblins you can't fit on the base, mate. I tried, you can't.
No.
You know, but if you went to another company and bought 40 goblins, it's going to cost you
Oh my God.
60 odd quid. It'd be a stupid price.
all right, the detail's better, but if you're not going to paint half the detail,
No.
what's the point of
Because
spending that much
they're old
money?
sculpts as well. They're not even new sculpts.
It's the 20.
No, because mate at work bought the old world Dwarven Army, and
Yeah.
the sprue says 2006 or something.
Yeah.
But the casting method has improved, so you get all that detail now. They look amazing.
They might do, but they're not
But you know, unless you're going to do very close up Instagram photos
Yeah.
of stuff.
For rank and file.
Yeah, yes,
I agree.
with us. I mean, Christ, all my undead is contrast. Apart from the wolves, they were dry brushed, and I think the vampires had a bit of TLC on them. Soul Reavers, they're hard. They're so hard. My vampires, oh, I love them.
Yeah, I mean, King's War's I love the game. I really like it. It's, you know,
Yeah, but it's my third army. I want a neutral army. So it might be
neutral
Kings,
band.
and I'll have to really think about it. Bad thing about the gobs, don't get a lot of bare heads, and the models are too tall. What? Ooh.
Oh no, you don't get a lot of bare heads actually. They've all got a lot of them got leather masks and stuff like that. Well,
Is that a problem?
not for me. It's not. No. I mean, it depends if you want the classic gobby look, don't you, with bare heads and that. Depends on like what
Yeah,
you
well,
want.
because I bought that while we were thinking about it, and I bought the 40k
Warhammer.
4th edition Fancy Battle book with all of it in there, all the builders that still in the haven't been popped or anything. There's all the goblins,
Yeah.
and the archers.
And
So there's all
they're
those night goblins.
all, was it night goblins or spearmen?
No, the night goblins.
It's just Goblin Spearman.
Yeah,
They're
it's
goblins.
goblin spears, night goblin archers.
No.
Yeah, because they've got the hoods on them. They are night goblin archers.
Oh no, they're not. They're just goblins with hoods. They're not actually the
Oh, they're
not-
painted.
You just
Yeah,
you
painted flat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
painted
painted
flat.
in night goblin colours.
Yeah, but actually they weren't. They were just goblins, normal
But
goblins.
that's what you got. You got you got all those goblin spearmen and all those goblin archers, but they wouldn't fit in with your Mantic.
No, they're smaller. I think.
No, about the same size.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. But no, I don't find the size too much of a difference. The problem doing this.
No.
But then I've staggered my bases so that it just goes up and down.
Yeah, no, the little goblin army looks brilliant.
But yeah, I don't mind them doing too
In
big.
fact, as an overall, I'd say your goblin army probably looks better than your Northern Alliance.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's more unified.
Mm.
Well, it's not the normal nights. I try to get the model count on it, and I should have spaced them out a bit more.
I'm not even going to bother. Mine are literally going to be, my elves are going to be 4x4.
Mm.
Even if you can put 20 on it, they're not. They're big, they're chunky compared to the normal Mantic models. So they're going to have two rows of 8, 4, 4, 4, 4, be 16 for a regiment, 32 for a horde. But they're going to look, and I'm just going to get them on. I'm not worried
Well, the
about.
horde's
I'm not
about-
going to worry about bases.
I think the horde. I've got about was it 28 models per?
Yeah.
28 models per base.
I couldn't get the war dancers on.
Bland. What's bland? You could get what was it?
The war dancers that I could
Yeah.
use for the Forest Guard.
Yeah.
I couldn't get more than
Yeah.
like 14 or 15 on.
I mean, I've seen a couple of the Northern Lights
Dynamic.
guys where they haven't
Just
painted them
like
just leathers, and they've done different colour schemes, and they look quite nice actually. But I did all mine with brown, so it does. It's just like brown blocks. I've got to admit, that's because I haven't got imagination to paint different colours.
But what I'm going to do for my elves is I'm going to flop the bases. I'm not worried about the bases. I know that's the thing with Kings of War. I just got to get the models on the table. I can always do them later because they're going to have pins through the feet so I can stab them into the cork. So then I can later on adjust them and make some more scenic bases if I can be bothered.
Mm.
All I'm worried about, but the overall effect, they will look amazing because they look great anyway. I might actually blend the archer's skirts in a bit better instead of the block colour that I've got now. Just give them a little bit of a tweak. But the spearmen, it's the shields that do it. Those white shields with the embossed painted and then the black pen outline on it. Oh man, amazing.
The only thing I don't know about the goblins is the war machines, where the catapults and the bolt throwers, you can tell they're their early models, because their models look like Marauder models. Early Marauder.
Right,
They've got that
yeah.
old goblin style to them, where their new plastics don't look the same. Where I'm going to be basically taking the crew off and putting plastic ones in there so it all looks the same. So I've got the slasher, the big literally thing, and its crew look like the plastic crews, the plastic goblins. They've got that same, and so does the wingette. it's
Yeah,
got
that wing, it looks amazing.
Yeah, the crew got the same look where the bolt thrower and the catapult don't. They got the old models. Still have War Machines waiting for an update.
Late to the party, no one is naked yet.
No.
That's only because you can see from the waist up.
Yeah, I mean the trumpet.
Oh yeah, you can see easily.
The trombones have got a new
Wait,
look,
yeah.
but I'm going to
No, no, you see the shorts.
use the War Machines and then use the plastic and make my own crewman up for them, so it all kind of blends together.
You don't need crew for the War Machines.
I know, but it's
I
nice.
keep going on about sticking my undead on them, but you technically don't need them.
No, but it does look nice.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
Well, you can say my Screamers catapults are animated.
Mm.
But yeah, I want to, like I keep saying, I'm going to snip the base off and just glue them onto the
Well, I know what you mean. The
base.
some of the War Machines do look a bit dated. Well, not dated, out of style for the goblins.
Have you seen my? I've got the metal high elf bolt throwers.
Yeah.
They're bloody brilliant.
But yeah, the goblin ones, the metal, because it's the bolt thrower and the catapult are old style. They're not quite. They'd fit into say like a really old Warhammer army, but not the Star Wars. Where in Kings of War they're not the same style. They need a bit of a Kings of War sculpt. He's not updated.
Very quickly, I want to say something. 'Cause it's still that day. Happy Star Wars Day, everybody. So my plan is, once I get this Cowabunga challenge out the way, which will be the end of June, I am focusing for the next few months, at least 3 months, on the elves.
Okay.
That is all I'm doing. I might tinker with some of the epic stuff, because that's just like one of these nice little back burner things. So I will focus on the elves, and I will get enough so we can at least do small ambush games and maybe do a siege game.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about that.
Yeah.
But the elves will defend this part of the castle, which leads down to the port. So they're trying to leave this island or whatever that the goblins have overrun. They're like, ah, crap, we've got to go. And the men will defend the civilians as they get back on the ships to fly or sail back to wherever they got to go. So we're going to try and do that. But to do that, I've got to have a reasonable size force, even if it's just 1,000 points. So that's my goal. So July, August, September, I will just focus on getting a high elf army done.
I'm literally just doing the epic.
Well, I was doing the epic, and it's like Johnny Watson was doing a splat and outer thing. If you haven't checked, go and check out Josh from Crown of Command, and sometimes Johnny Watson Gaming, they do what's called a splat and natter, and they do an open thing where anybody can, if you're in the link, you get the link and you can join in and paint. So I'm talking to Josh and Johnny, and they both paint an epic. They're both fantastic painters. Well, we know Josh is, but so is Johnny. And you're suddenly there, I'm painting my Dire Avengers, and you have this underlying pressure for them to do a really good job. And I was just going to paint the blooms on these Dire Avengers red. And I know, we looked in the book, and they surprisingly they didn't paint them that well in the book. I ended up doing yellow with black stripes, like they were in the 40k version. I'm like, ah, what am I doing? Well, I've started now, so there we go. Under the guard, keeping people working. No need for food, no scoring, just peace. Yeah. Time is up, 63 minutes. You're right, because I've got to get back to watch F1.
But now I'm just going to do my epic for the next, till it's finished.
Yeah, so...
Because if I don't, I'll get sidetracked and won't go back
like
to
I
it.
do.
Yeah. That's what I'm just going to
I
do.
tried to do some lightning bolts for the white scar symbols on the predators.
No. I literally had to put my thick glasses on and just go tut, 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 tut. And now I've got 2 stands left to do, but the Dire Avengers have got yellow Mohicans, the yellow plumes with the black stripes like they do in the actual 40k version. That was unnecessary pressure from Johnny and Josh, because they do everything. They highlight, they don't edge highlight it, but they highlight it, dry brush it, wash it, then they do all this, that and the other. I'm thinking, oh my god, their models look amazing.
Just wait for the swooping hawks. Do the wings.
Oh, no. No, I'm not doing that.
But no, that's what I'm doing at the moment. Just doing the epic, get it out of the way and done with.
See, that's what you do though, isn't it? You do one army and until you're done.
Try to.
See, I was thinking of doing another Space Marine army, but I think I'm just going to flash out the Dark Angels to breaking point, where I just got the options on it. Because once I've done this challenge, that'll be over 1,000 points worth of extra troops, which I'm quite happy about. But I need to do another tactical squad, and that'll have a heavy plasma gun. It's got that veteran sergeant as well.
Oh yeah.
So, and I'll give him a plasma pistol, and that's it. What I need to get hold of, just for flexibility, is I want to get hold of the Metal Marine with the plasma gun, the metal gun, and the flamer. Once I've got them, paint them up, and then I can change whenever I want. That's why I've painted. This is why in this challenge I've painted the Terminator with the assault cannon instead of painting another squad of Terminators. I've got now the assault cannon Terminator. I'll just chop it out for the heavy flamer. Can't wait to do that. That flame's a pain in the ass because it doesn't really do a lot.
No.
He'll be deep striking with a close assault unit.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. No, my luck. All the close assault will end up in the open, and he'll be the only one in combat. Brilliant. Oh, great.
But
Or
that-
deviate off the board.
Yeah. Don't go there. So that's the plan. Get the elves done. The elves will be. I think we plan to. I want the elves on this year. We plan to do an epic game this year, but we're also going to do a how to play, aren't we? Because we haven't played epic.
So we're going to
freaking
basically
years.
teach ourselves.
Yeah, I've been flipping through the rules. But yeah, there we go. Shall we knock on the head?
Yes. Did you need to get back?
Yes, my daughter's there drumming her fingers on the sofa going, "Where's Dad?" He said he'd sit here and watch F1 with me.
I did say how long you sit there and work so far.
No, I said I would done. So we're going to go. We will see you next week.
Yep.
For some Kings of War action, undead, goblins. And yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Thanks for joining
No
us.
problem.
Socialise.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm just coming to socialise. But yeah, so we're going to go. All the best. Thanks for your support. And we will see you next week.
Yep.
You got to do the X, sir. That look like you're going to